Hola amigos, hoy es un día especial. Hi friends, today is a very special day. Today is Cinco de Mayo, or the 5th of May. And what happens today in Mexico? There are so many celebraciones or celebrations. And today we're going to hear a special story from Mexico about the lizard and the sun, el sol. Okay, are you ready? Perfect. We always know that the sun is in the sky. And sometimes we can't see it since it's raining or snowing, or there are clouds in the sky, but we always know that's where the sun is. And sometimes we don't see the sun for days, but we still always know that the sun is there. Well, this is the story of a time long ago when the sun disappeared. Lizard woke up and was cold. She had been cold for so many days because the sun was not there. Everything was dark. The people were cold. The children had stopped playing. The birds stopped singing. All the people and animals were worried and afraid. The animals decided to go looking for the sun. The fish and the turtles all looked in the rivers and the lakes. The green frogs and the wide-mouthed toads looked in the puddles. The deer and the squirrels searched through the forests, and the rabbits and the hares searched the fields. The jaguar searched the green jungles, but none of them could find the sun. The land animals gave up. The birds said they could find the sun. After all, they could fly high up into the sky, and surely the sun would be there. Many birds searched through the branches where they made their nests. The eagles flew high into the mountains and to the cones of the volcanoes. The vultures searched the deserts and the empty roads, but none of the birds could find the sun. And soon the birds gave up. Everyone had been looking for the sun. Well, everyone had given up looking for the sun. Well, everyone except Lizard. Lizard kept looking. She crawled up the mountains. She crawled down to the valleys, and she looked in the cactus. She looked and looked for days and days, and then finally, one day, she saw a very strange thing. She saw a rock near a prickly pear cactus, and the rock was glowing. Aha! I have found the sun, Lizard shouted. I will go tell the Emperor. I am so excited. The Emperor will be able to get the sun back from the rock, and I will be warm again. So Lizard ran all the way back through the desert and the cacti to the city, and she saw that the people were sad. Even though they kept working, Lizard saw the people on their barges selling other things to boats through the lagoons. They were selling flowers and fruits and blankets and vegetables. The great stone pyramid stood around them, and it was hard to see all that was for sale because it was so dark. Only torches lit the night. Finally, Lizard found the palace, and she climbed the huge staircases of the pyramids to find the emperor. And she found the emperor sitting on his throne with sandals made of gold and a tall crown made of bright feathers. The emperor seemed sad. I have found a stone with a light shining under it. I think the sun is hiding there, said Lizard as she bowed before the emperor. How wonderful, Lizard! You are wonderful! Please, go immediately and turn over the rock and release the sun. We are very grateful for you. The Emperor rose as he extolled the Lizard. And soon, the Lizard ran back immediately, as fast as a lizard could run, and after 20 hours of crawling as fast as she could, Lizard reached for the rock. Ooh, and she tried and tried, but she could not get the rock to move, for the rock was too heavy, and she had failed the emperor. She was near tears. Ooh, ooh, ooh. She knew how much it meant to the land animals, the birds, and the fish, and the humans to have the sun back. And she herself was so very cold from being without the warmth of the sun's rays for so many days. There was nothing to be done other than to go back to the emperor and to ask for help. And she did just that, crawling and crawling and crawling for hours through the desert, past the canals of the merchants selling wares from the boats, up the stairs of the great pyramids, back to the great hall of the emperor where he sat, worried, dark, with his gold sandals and a crown of green, yellow, and blue feathers on his head. Emperor, I have tried and tried, but I cannot move the rock. I have failed. I cannot bring the sun back. Lizard said in her most beseeching voice, protesting herself on the ground in front of the emperor. Do not worry, Lizard. We can fix this. The emperor rose and spoke as if thunder was coming from his mouth. Come here, woodpecker. I have a job for you. Do not as his booming voice echoed in the great palace hall, a huge woodpecker flew in and swooped down in front of Lizard and bowed to her beside the emperor and standing up to the emperor's waist. Woodpecker's body was drab with gray and black and white feathers, but his head was magnificent. He had long tufts of feathers going back over his head, and these were the crimson red, emerald green, and egg yolk yellow. I am ready to serve, said Woodpecker with a bow to the emperor. And together, Woodpecker and Lizard and the emperor traveled from the palace, from the great rock, where the rock was shown glowing because the sun was buried there. Peck, 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 went Woodpecker. Peck with all your might. Peck with all your might, said the emperor. The rock cracked, and the sun was released, but it would not open its eyes. Sun, you must wake up. The plants are dying, animals are dying, and people have no hope, cried Lizard. But the sun would not wake up. No matter what anyone said, the sun would not wake up. So the emperor decided a great festival. There was music, there was dancing, there was wonderful food, and all the animals and people were welcome, the humans and the birds, the mammals and the lizards, and all the plants. And finally, the sun woke up, and all life on earth rejoiced. And from that time forward, every year there would be a festival to celebrate the sun. And we can see the sun still giving life to all of us and the plants down on earth. From morning to noon to evening to night, the emperor was very pleased, and he gave an award to Lizard the woodpecker as the most sacred animals of the empire. The end. Wow! What a great story. Lizard didn't think she could do it all on her own, but with help and with power and determination, Lizard could achieve many great things. Well, amigos, that's all the time we have for right now. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Muchas gracias, thank you very much, and have a happy, happy Cinco de Mayo. Adios!